news. I found the Gemini card. I just found it and I was like, I'm going to look again, and it was in between some other cards that I've got. Don't know how that's happened, but I'm really happy that I've got the full set now. So I felt really bad on Gemini. I love these cards. Amazon, always forgiving. I apologise. Okay, so we are continuing with the weekly All Signs love readings. Tonight it's going to be Gemini and Cancer. Let's burn a bit of sage. Okay, 3 shuffles. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this 3rd week of November 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Gemini's feeling first of all, please. Okay, Gemini, you have got the 7 of Pentacles, but it's reversed. Okay, so the 7 of Pentacles, when it's upright, is taking stock. 7 is a reflective number. This is increments of time, money, and energy that were put into cultivating something in the past. When it's reversed, I usually say that it feels like not enough is being achieved yet, okay? Hi, welcome in the chat. Navjot. Let's get 2 more for how Gemini's feeling. The Emperor, but it's reversed. Okay, so the Emperor card looks really terrifying, that one, doesn't it? It's Aries energy. Aries, it's the major arcana for Aries, actually. The Emperor, when it's upright, is all 4 kings. It's the highest status in the tarot deck. The Emperor is large and in charge. He's in control of his empire. Yeah, he is a force to be reckoned with. He's bold, confident, immovable. He's full of knowledge. If you have all 4 kings, that means you have the King of Swords. You have intellect. You have great powers of communication. You know, you do your research, you plan, you are strategic. If you have the King of Pentacles, you have the capacity to earn a lot of money. You are earning a high income, you have savings, you have assets. If you are the King of Wands, you are confident, you know, solar plexus activated, assertive, bold, forthright, you know, energetic, action orientated, a doer, you know, a go-getter. If you are the King of Cups, then you are patient, understanding, you know how to wait for the right time. You're an empath, you are a nurturer. So to be an emperor, you're very accomplished, but to be reversed, there could be a sense of weakness at this time, a lack of confidence or resources, or there could be the other thing that we do when we're insecure is we can be overbearing or pushy, and try to overly control. So it's some kind of quality of an emperor that's accentuated negatively, and it could be the direction of being weak and having a lack of control, being unassertive isn't really like the word, isn't it? A lack of assertiveness, passive. Or it could be domineering, overbearing, controlling, pushing people around. So there's something going on with you at the moment. I am tempted to say it's a lack of resources because that Seven of Pentacles is reversed. Hi, Gindris. Is it Gindriska? I don't know where to chop up the name. Hi, welcome into the chat. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is upright. See, this is coming together. This is being social, meeting up with people. It can, in a love reading, speak of third-party situation. Because the Two of Cups is two people that have feelings for one another at the early phase of dating or a relationship. And it's mutual. When there's three people, that's a cup too many, It's a love triangle. That doesn't mean you're definitely in a third-party situation, but it could be that if it's a love reading. I'm just looking at the cards again. So showing up, an emperor could be someone who's married. They don't have to be. You could be older. You could be retired. You could be married or have a high-powered job. You definitely have experience of life. You've experienced a lot. You probably have responsibilities. Let's see who's showing up for you. The Nine of Wands reversed. Now, when the Nine of Wands is upright, it's the wounded warrior. See, this is someone who's battled for a long time. So the numbers run from 0 up to 10. And here we're at 9. When it gets to 10, we've completed a cycle. And when this card is upright, it's the wounded warrior. So we've had all these challenges, challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, okay? And we're still willing to continue, okay? So it's like a warrior that's become wounded, but they're still fighting. When it's reversed, we've been doing this for a long time and we're not willing to do this anymore. The Two of Wands reversed. See, the Two of Wands, when it's upright, is a planning phase. There's a choice to be made. Okay, so whoever this is that's showing up, they want to drop the burdens and they want to start from scratch in terms of like planning. It's like rerouting the GPS. They want to approach life differently. because it wasn't satisfying how it was before. They're looking for a better way to go. So it's like A or B, left or right, stay or go, you know, like it's a planning phase. When it's reversed, there's indecision, you know, like I actually don't know which way to go. I don't know what I'm doing now. I just know I'm not doing this, you know. Hi, Varsha. The Hermit in the upright. So this is a card of reflection, okay? It's the major arcana for Virgo. In the story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that, yes, they're collective readings. We're just on the sign of Gemini. Aries and Taurus were done yesterday. It's Gemini and Cancer tonight. I think I've only got time for 2. I need to get more sleep. The Hermit. So the Fool realizes that the answers lie within him. Okay. Usually you go into Hermit energy after a breakup, you know. You try to process what's happened, what's taken place, whose fault was it, what was my part, what was their part, how do I feel about it, do I miss them, what do I miss, what won't I miss, why did it happen, why did I have this experience, you know, what was the point, what was the purpose of this connection. So it's, you know, hermit crabs, you know, go within their shell. It's a period of isolation. You can ask other people, but mainly the 2 people in the relationship are the ones that have the answers. It's not really about, you know, asking other people how you feel, because only you know that. And mainly you can give a version, you know, or a rerun that's edited of biased events, but the 2 people that know what happened are the 2 people in the relationship. So it's taking stock, keeping to yourself. And it looks like you've done very opposite things, because at the same point in this timeline, Vedic astrology, oh, that sounds good, I'll have to look that up. At the same point in this timeline, you know, when like things, personalities are different. Some people are extrovert and they love to socialize. Okay. Some people are introvert and they're happy in their own company. Okay. When a relationship ends, I'm not saying one necessarily has, but something's been a long time coming, it's been a battle. One person's like kind of dealing with it by socializing and being busy and being around others, and the other person's, you know, hiding away, going inward, you know, really like raking things over. It's very opposite ways of dealing with things. It's difficult to say. I mean, it doesn't give the energy of a new person, because a new person would show up as a page or a knight, you know, looking to invest or trying to, you know, curiosity, get to know you, pursue you, court you, you know, build up feelings for you. I don't get anything like that. I get like something is nearing the end of a cycle. It's been too difficult and there's like a need to take stock and plan. So I feel like this is a past person. In a practical sense, with the 7 of Pentacles reversed, you know, like it wasn't a fruitful situation. It wasn't fruitful. in terms of like building up lasting generational wealth, you know, being a team. But you're showing up as the Emperor, so you have a lot going for you. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Okay, so we've got the major arcana for Cancer. It's the Chariot reverse. It was failure, loss or defeat at the last minute. You know, it's the Emperor that jumps into the Chariot and he's trying to achieve something great, whether that be a takeover, an invasion, you know, seizing and acquiring more territory, or it will be defending territory, but you know, there's no time to wait, and this is fast movement, it's travelling. But there's huge determination and a sort of ultimate goal or aim. And when the Chariot, you know, when it's reversed, it's kind of derailed, or things have really like failed somehow. Please don't spam the chat. I don't take individual questions. This is collective readings by zodiac, so you just watch it and you let me know if it resonates. Or you can chat to me, but you didn't put individual questions in. The 8 of Wands upright, fast action, progress, fast communication. You are such a freak. Oh my god, what an unhappy person to come into a reading to say stuff like that to people. You've got a black soul, honestly. Horrible, insidious person. Go and die somewhere, Jesus Christ. The 3 of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups upright. So here we are, we've invoked it. The Knight of Cups upright. This is recovery from heartache, and then we've got pursuit. We've got romantic pursuit. Cups are full of water. Water is emotions, feelings. Somebody was upset, but now they're in their feels and they want to pursue this. And it looks like they're going to. What is going on here? I do worry, like, what kind of person writes things like that, honestly. Did you see what they wrote? It's disgusting. What a sad effort. Oh dear. The funniest part was it actually made me laugh out loud, because it's just like, wow. Feel sorry for you, honestly, really do. He's got the time. He's got the time to sit around and say stuff like that. Idiot. 6 of Swords upright. I don't know where that's come from, actually, the 6 of Swords upright. Hi, Asim. The 6 of Swords upright is moving on. It's leaving the past behind. It does feel like a past person. Like this person wants to like go again. Time around. Let's get a message from them. Memberships will be starting in a few weeks. They will contain a monthly finance reading, a monthly health reading, and a how to read tarot series. Collective love readings will continue to be free. If you want an individual love reading, they're £18. They'll be pre-recorded and you'll get a link to a video that only you can see, and you can watch it as many times as you like. Payment is by PayPal, or you can have my bank details. But I don't take questions in the chat. These are collective readings, and that's the only purpose of these collective love reading videos, okay? You feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. They want to come back. This person wants to come back, my goodness. They've really been like raking this over, you know, keeping to themselves. You've been getting on, you've been going out and being larger than life, you know, continuing to be like your extroverted, bubbly self. This person, I don't know why I feel like being silly. I've been around teenagers all day. I'm like, this guy, whoever this is like, you know, they're really like at a loss in terms of what's happened, and they're really in their feels. What is it that they really like about Gemini? I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. I think you must have had like a serious connection then, because if it's just like screwing around, you don't introduce people to your family or friends. This was a very serious connection. I wrote you a letter on paper, but I'm too afraid to show it to you. Let's get another message from them. I'm going to contact you. I need to speak to you. Oh my God. This person. Hi, the only one. Gemini, your person, you might not feel like they're your person, but they're showing up in your energy. It's someone you were very serious with. They're not over it. They want to come back. They feel so strongly for you. I swear people don't read they don't read like the title of the video. Collective readings are collective readings. They are not singular. It's not a live Q&A. Adrift, not willing to settle down or be responsible, time to commit and put down roots. Okay, so this person could have failed to commit. They could have acted immature or too independent from you, not being a team player. No personal questions in the chat, please. No personal questions. They're collective readings. You just watch it and you see if it resonates. Delicate balance. Strike a balance between freedom and commitment. Yeah, they were non-committal. Poker face. Beware of hidden intentions and underlying motives. You could have felt played by this person. You could have felt like they misled you, or, you know, went so far into it and then backtracked, something like that. Breadcrumbed, you know, promised all kinds of things. Seemed to be working, you know, towards something important and then did a 180. Caught red-handed, secrets exposed. Surprised, shocked. Oh dear. I'm scared of what we would become or could become. Some element of this relationship was toxic. There was game playing or negative patterns. It's not a good idea to take this person back. It's not a good idea. Look what energy they've put you in. Nothing was really achieved. It was a waste of time. And I don't normally say that, but in terms of like your feelings and what you want, this isn't it. You know, what this person's offering is romantic feelings and saying nice stuff. But then it's like toxic, you know. They could have cheated, or they could have at least flirted with other options, you know, non-committal. Let's get advice. Although I think we kind of know what should be done here. I think you need to look for new. This person been in your energy for the longest time. Try not to think about them. Try not to think about them. Try not to contact them. Make sure you like cut all ties. No. Don't go anywhere near this person, Gemini. It's very clear. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Maybe there was even, and I've read that, laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously. Well, it looks like you've already begun to do that. Note to self, laugh more often. Make somebody laugh today. All you're going to get going back to that person or letting them creep back in is drama, confusion, you know, a lack of satisfaction. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Whoops, knocked that. Bison, abundance, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life, fill my life with goodness, teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Yeah, keep your vibrations high. If you are living your life like this, that is so attractive to other people. That's so attractive. That's very good advice. No doubt this person's an emotional vampire because they see you, right? They see you looking good. They see you entertaining people, being, you know, magnetic. And it's drawing them in, but we don't want that person. Okay, we don't want this person. We want new. So when is Gemini going to meet someone new? We want fresh energy. Oops, we've got a few. Where have they gone? Look, divine timing's at play. This is all planned around June. And you've had some time apart already. I know you have. Time being solo, but it's doing you good. It's doing you good. Okay, so you're gonna have a bit more. But basically, wait, that's like around your birthday, isn't it? End of May. That's around your birthday. That's cool. I like that. Let's hide that one because we don't want them. We'll cover that one even. That's the past. No. Hi, Iran. Divine timing around June. Okay, I like that. We're just on the sign of Gemini. I'll be doing Cancer shortly. I don't take individual questions in the chat. This is a collective reading. I'll start doing live Q&As when I get to 4,000 watch hours, but I think that's a way off. It's probably going to be halfway through next year or something. Make the best of it. Yeah, it's okay. You haven't got exactly what you want right now. You probably want a great love, don't we all? You know, make the best of it. You are great on your own, okay? What you're giving out, what you're putting out there into the universe is drawing all kinds of people in. So you need to use your discernment now. And, you know, you are drawing the moths to the flame, but you need to make sure that you swat the ones away that are no good for you, you know? Taking on the wrong connection, okay, like you won't feel lonely, but then it's going to bring drama. You're not going to like cultivate anything real. You don't want that again. I know you don't want that again, Gemini. You want to know about love? Okay, so Aries I did yesterday. If you go out of this live and you look at the lives playlist, you'll see Aries and Taurus. Which is good news, because then it means that you aren't sat waiting for me to do Aries. It's already done. I tell you what, it's a long one as well. It's a long reading. It's like an hour. Oh, you Pisces. Hang on. I'm Aries with Leo moon. But in Vedic, I'm Pisces with Cancer moon. I don't know what that is, you know. I need to look that up. I don't know what Vedic means. Look up the Aries reading. That's my suggestion. Not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one, for there is a story beneath the tale. Ooh, definitely do not let this person come towards you, okay? They seem like quite karmic, to be honest. Whenever there's divine timing, that's not going to be a karmic lesson. That's going to be a soul union. That's going to be someone that's good for you, okay? What someone misses, like your company, someone misses your consistency, that they know you're reliable, so they think, oh, well, I'll feel better if I go back to Gemini. Too bad. We're not getting anything from you that's consistent. We're not getting anything from you that feels like home. Cow. Ooh, 5 is a number of change. May the embrace of all that is nurturing you awaken in all that you are becoming. That's just about being even more stronger and powerful as time goes on, away from this person. Okay, Gemini? One final card. Maybe I should get a book on Vedic astrology then. Celestial balance. Find balance in your duality. You are both light. That's perfect for you because you're Gemini and the twins. Find balance in your duality. You are both light and shadow, perfectly whole. Yeah, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good moods, dark moods. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn your lessons. You know, this is life. This is life. Don't apologise, okay? Don't have any regrets. If you are learning, you're ascending, right? And that's the whole point of life. It's not just to do everything perfectly or have all the answers before you do it. You find out over time. It's experiential learning. Okay, take care, Gemini. I hope this resonated. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. Hype me up. If you wish to do a super chat, or what's the other one? Super... I can't remember. The super chats and super thanks, is it? I don't know. Thank you. Every little helps. It gets me into the algorithm. Membership starting in a few weeks. If you want a private reading, it's £18. It will be a long arse reading. It doesn't have to be about love either. Private readings can be like a general, what's coming up for me, past, present, future. It could be a finance reading, a health reading. I do it all, okay? I do it all. Do you know who I haven't seen any videos from for ages? I like watching Edgar Mendes, and I've not seen any videos from him for a while. I just thought. It dropped off the radar. I'm going to close that window, it's freezing now. My room's too hot. Hi Jessica. Hi Duncan. Thanks for the likes and the loves, thank you, it's much appreciated. Oh my god, do you know what happened to my phone yesterday? I was having a bath and my friend messaged me and the phone dropped into the bath. It was fully submerged in deep bath water and it's working. Can we just give a shout out to Samsung, please? It's a refurbished phone as well. It's like a few years old now. It's probably about 5 years old. It was fully submerged in bath water and it's working. It didn't turn off. It even told me that it detected moisture and put like a symbol on the screen, but the things just worked like it didn't happen. And I'm telling you, it was fully submerged in water. I'm just like, I can't believe it. Samsung's are fantastic phones, you know, because iPhone just runs out of battery so fast. Charges up fast, but it drains fast, so it's like, what's the point? I'm never going back, guys. I'm never going back. Samsung all the way. On to Cancer. Please don't spam the chat with questions. I don't take personal questions when it's a collective reading. You've got to have 4,000 watch hours to do live Q&As. So whenever I start them next year, they'll be called live Q&As, so you'll know that I'm taking questions. Okay, it won't be in the collective lives. I will be here all night and all tomorrow and just the rest of the week if I did that, as well as trying to do collective readings. It's not happening. Also, if you want to ask a question, you should pay for it as well. A live Q&A is, you know, either it's free for members because they're paying every month anyway, or you pay for the question you're asking for, like £10 or something. Don't make me work for free. Don't do me wrong. Hi, Frankie. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in this third week of November 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Cancer's feeling, first of all, please. And Guy. Hi, Guy. We've got a Cancer in the house. Right, what have we got? The Ace of Pentacles reverse. That's no good. Is it? What are we doing? The Ace of Pentacles upright is, well, it's financial. Pentacles represent money. So something that's financially beneficial, it's fortuitous, it's growth, it's a level up. Let's think of some examples. Someone getting a promotion, a financial level up, because it's not just a pentacle that's being offered, it's an Ace of Pentacles with a lot of pentacles. That so it's a large amount of fresh income, or, you know, securing a loan or securing a mortgage, or I don't know, starting a business. Someone saying move in with me, we'll split the bills, you know, and so like you're better off. It's some sort of financial leveling up. But when it's reversed, it's either like something didn't come through, or we've got a large amount of money outgoing. Now, aces are our hard work met with good luck from the universe. This hand coming out from the clouds is divine, you know? So like if you put CVs out, you're bound to, by the law of averages, at some point you get an interview. you know? And sometimes it does take a bit of luck, because if a lot of people apply for a job, it's not like you weren't good enough for it, but they can only take one person, do you know what I mean? And then at another point, you may just apply somewhere and it's a time where there's a few positions available, or do you know what I mean? Like, good luck really makes a difference. So this is like fortuitous when we have an ace. Hi, Vitoka. You may have like more money going out at the moment than is coming in, or you may feel like, you know, you lost a lot of money on something in particular, or you missed out on some sort of opportunity. The Two of Wands reversed. So the Two of Wands, when it's upright, is a planning phase. Should I stay or should I go? Left or right, A or B? You know, these are my options. Which one? Which path do I take? When the planning phase is like reversed, it's like we're not planning, you know? It's like stagnancy, like delays. Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups, when it's upright, is someone who's healing. You know, cups are filled with water. Water represents emotions. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And you are a water sign. When the Queen of Cups is reversed, you know, it's like the heart chakra's closed off because we're feeling bitter, or we're feeling used, or we're impatient. We don't want to wait, or, you know, we feel like hard done by, or someone screwed us over, someone duped us, tricked us. It's like a muddied heart chakra when it's reversed. So you could be feeling over emotional, or closed off, like unemotional. There was some sort of disappointment or something that was a major loss. Now it's like we can't think clearly, we can't plan, we can't be excited because it happened, you know, and it's distressing. Let's see who's showing up for you. The Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, so you're showing up, you're both showing up as queens. So that's feminine energy. Now, masculine energy and feminine energy, we all have a certain amount of both, okay? We may move more into a feminine energy or more into a masculine energy at different times in our lives for different reasons. The masculine energy is more an energy of pursuit, active pursuit, making decisions, calling the shots, you know, going after what you want. The feminine energy is more nurturing, you know, thinking about how things affect everybody. And it's more of a passive energy. You know, the feminine energy wishes to be pursued. So it's a nice balance when one person is in an energy of pursuit and the other is in an energy of wanting to be pursued. It makes sense. When you're both in an energy of like you each want the other one to do the pursuing, obviously then we don't get any movement, okay? If you're both trying to control the situation, you're both in a masculine energy, sometimes you can clash. You each want the upper hand, you know, or whatever. So it's not great because there's a lack of movement, you know. The Queen of Wands, when she's upright, is someone who's in control. She's assertive, solar plexus is activated, she knows what she wants. It's very Sagittarian energy. It's fire energy. You know, you can see the wand, you can see the sunflowers, the lion, you know, lots of fire. This is someone that knows what they want. Like, they create goals, they make it happen, they're action orientated. There's such a lack of confidence here when it's reversed. Of direction, or a lack of energy or enthusiasm, of confidence. We're just on Cancer. We've just started Cancer. Page of Swords upright with the Emperor reversed and the Six of Pentacles reversed. Now the Page of Swords is upright. That's someone who is looking and trying to learn. You know, their beady eyes are watching. They've got their shoulder out in a like very defensive manner. They've got their shield up. They've also got that knife, you know, in case they get attacked, if they get seen. So this is like very, what's the word? Clandestine movement. So like not wanting to be seen, but trying to gather information. It's an energy of spying. The Emperor, when they're upright, has all four kings. It's a very powerful person, an Emperor. Highest status in the tarot deck, same as the Empress. You know, the Emperor has all four kings, the Empress has all four queens. This person could fire with the Queen of Wands. And we've got Arcana for Aries with the Emperor. When the Emperor's reversed, they could be feeling a loss of control, and that's why they're trying to gather information. Or they could be overbearing, and that's why they're trying to gather information to use it and wield it against you. The Six of Pentacles is reversed, so when it's upright, this person's trying to give fairly and equally to two people. And when it's reversed, that's not happening. One person's being, you know, being given more time, money, and energy than the other. The Queen of Wands can also represent a third party energy. But they're usually confident and good looking and assertive, but they're in the reverse, so I don't know if they're overly lusty or insecure. I think this person suspects that they're not getting the attention that they're supposed to. Because why would they have eyes on you? And why would there be this sense of like inequality, unfairness, giving to more than one person? Oh, right, yes, this could be your Leo person that's showing up if you're Cancer. The Page of Pentacles. This person is like, I'm stood here and I want to give you my pentacle. I want to give you time, money, and energy. You know, they're spying on you. They could be looking at your social media. They could be asking mutual friends. Watching you in a workplace or somewhere that you frequent. With them showing up as an emperor, they could be someone high-powered, they could be someone who's older, they could already be married. You're showing up as the Queen of Cups reversed. It's really weird. It is like a love triangle situation, because why would... Oh, it's bad timing. This person's like, why are you not giving me your time, your attention, your money? But then if you've had some sort of financial loss or something fell through, some sort of deal or like job offer, or you lost your job, or you know what I mean? Like the pentacles are falling out of the wallet there. And so how can you plan when you've got that going on? How do you know what direction you're going to take? It's like... And this is the vibe of like someone that wants to start a relationship. Queen of Wands reversed with the Emperor reversed. Let's get 3 for the outcome. They could have children. 3 of Swords reversed. So 3 of Swords upright is heartbreak. Like when you realise something's over and you're devastated, and the 3 of Swords reversed is like recovery from heartbreak. 2 more, please. The Star card reversed, lack of healing, lack of wish fulfillment. 2 of Swords. Oh, what is going on? 2 of Swords is like, I'm not dealing with this. I am not dealing with this, okay? Like, I'm blindfolding myself. I'm closing off my body language. I am not going to deal with this. I'm just going to keep everything in the dark. Not today vibes, like... Please don't put questions in the chat. They're collective readings. They're collective readings. So you just watch your sign or the sign of your person. And if you follow that narrative over time, you know, your questions will be answered. If you want a personal reading, I can do that, but it's £18. Memberships will be starting soon, and there'll be health readings, financial readings each month, and there'll be a how to read tarot series. But the love collective readings are really long and lengthy. They should resonate if you watch your sign and or the sign of your person. When I get 4,000 watch hours, I'll start doing live Q&As, but it won't be questions added into the end of this or anything like that. It'll be called a live Q&A, and you'll be invited to give questions, but you'd have to pay to have them answered. It'd be like £10 a question or something. It's not free. If you're just getting free personal readings then, which was like, why don't you just go into a supermarket and take food off the shelf and not pay for it? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, no. I'm a full-time high school teacher, and if I wasn't, I would still want payment for services that I'm giving. You're getting collective readings for free, which is brilliant. They're really detailed. Let's get a message from this person. What do they want? What would this person say to Cancer? A few things. Will you listen? There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? They think you're like, nah, not gonna listen. And I don't think you would, because they seriously let you down and it's pissed you off. It's made you not want to trust, not want to build. They let you down. You know, I know a Cancer that was supposed to move into a house with their person, and you know, it's a steady boyfriend, and they just let them down like weeks before it was supposed to happen. I know a couple of people that's happened to. So that's an example of something where it's fallen through and it's left you like in a financial hole, you know? Because then you've got to pay for a place, you know, all by yourself, where you thought you were building with someone. What you're able to get, you know, by yourself is less. Maybe it puts all your plans on hold and you don't purchase anywhere altogether. Unblock me. I miss you and want to connect. Please unblock me, literally or energetically, so we can speak. I have a lot to say. Missing you, I miss you. I wish things were different. Ooh, ooh. If you had a person, a Cancer, that you got really quite serious with and you're about to level up, they let you down. And it's like the biggest mistake they've ever made. They know they lost someone high value. What is it that they love about Cancer? Your honesty and vulnerability scares me and allures me at the same time. Wow. They know that you're like an authentic person. They like that about you. There's a lot of people that don't really, you know, put too much of themselves out there, or they're faking. But you're the real deal, you know, you're just yourself, like cards on the table. You made yourself very vulnerable to this person and they did not appreciate it. Sometimes, like, when you're someone's ex, that the value that they place on you increases, it doesn't depreciate. I appreciate my ex retrospectively more and more and more, because the more I try to find someone that measures up, they just don't. You know, so we tend to think that because something's over, that someone looks down upon us, but actually they could have started thinking that way, and then they could think really differently a few years later and think, shit, I'm never going to find someone like that again. You know, and the more jerks or like idiots that they go out with, it just makes it feel even worse. So I think we should like not assume that everyone thinks they're better off afterwards, because it's really not the case a lot of the time. What the hell? Leave me alone, please. What an idiot. What an idiot. They're not going to like it. When they realise that you're getting over them, they're not going to like it one bit. It could go a bit nasty, you know. Fire signs can be a bit scary, a bit intimidating when they're all worked up. If they feel like insecure, they could say whatever's on the tip of the tongue, you know. It's not that nice. And get very hot-headed. Well, why did they run off to start with? It's making me annoyed. It takes two. Someone's not committed, incompatible, conflicted. They had doubts. Secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. There's something going on in this picture. If it doesn't make sense, if it didn't make sense why they left or cancelled something or backed out of a plan that you had to level up, it's because it won't make sense, because they've not told you a large, detail that's really important. It's something crucial. I, was being pushed into getting onto a mortgage when I was really young, and I just wasn't ready, like, at all. It made no sense, and I was like, well, if you really care about me, you don't just change the person, do you? And, like, get better finances by just swapping the person, because the person is the thing that's valid and valuable, and they're showing you loyalty, and you like everything about them, and you don't just make a family with just anyone. You want the right person to do shit with, and if you're patient, we can do that together. But I can't give you what you're asking for now, because I don't earn the money that you earn, and that's okay at the age that I am. If you're early 20s, it is what it is. You've got to, like, go at a slower pace. But he was being programmed and conditioned by his mother to, and she had paid the deposit. And so it was like her investment, and she needed me to be on board and be paying the mortgage, so that at the end there would be a house, and then she would get her money returned or whatever their deal was. But he never told me that. It was like, oh, I need to, hi Speranza, I need to, I want us to take our relationship to the next level. And it was all presented as a very romantic declaration of love that's just organically come along. But it was like all being programmed and orchestrated by, he was being operated by someone in his family. So, if stuff doesn't make sense, it's because you're not being given the complete picture. It did not make any sense to me, and it really affected how I feel about myself, because he would just say, like, you're useless, it's like this, it's like that, you're taking too long, you're so slow and all. It was like really demeaning, like, language, like bullying, basically. And he was a fire sign, but there was so much more going on, and there was stuff that I found out years later, and I thought, that's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. Like, he knew his mum didn't love him. He knew that, you know, he knew that he was, like, stitched up, really, and so it's just depressing, isn't it, really? Like, he's left me, was proper in love with me, left me, and he's being taught to just go through people like there's no tomorrow, and just swap things until you've got the right financial situation. It's like, well, you're going to be with someone that you're not really in love with then, aren't you? If you're going to treat people like they're dispensable and you can just replace them just like that. All he had to do was wait, but that's not on the timeline that she wants, so. And then he's, like, telling me, I know my mum doesn't love me, so it's like, what the fuck is that? What are you doing? You're allowing this person to, like, not only do you know that they don't love you, but the one person that you know does love you, you're getting rid of them for that person that doesn't love you. What is that? You're never going to be happy if you're allowing that. Sneaky snake, look at this, going behind your back, deceitful swindler. There's something really, I don't like this, Something really, like, underhand about it. I think the worst thing is when it's not exposed, it doesn't make any sense, and so it makes you, like, you're impacted, like, your self-esteem and how you view yourself, and you're like, well, why did they back out of it? And it's like, what's wrong with me? Or, like, why wasn't I good enough? Or what did I do wrong? But it's nothing to do with you. You've dodged a bullet. Do you know what I mean? It won't feel like you have, and you won't know that. But some things fall apart because you're not supposed to be screwed over by these people. And it feels like you already have been, but it'd be worse if you'd already signed on the dotted line. It would be worse, trust me. What does that mean, Justin Bieber tarot reading? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Distractions. Temptation, always busy, kept you waiting. Oh. Oh god, oh my cards have just fallen over. It kind of indicates that it's not, it indicates that it's not true love, isn't it? Or this person's capable of stuff that you didn't think they were. You know, when my person did what they did to me, they were the one pushing the relationship forward, you know, at a rapid pace, and then it was like undone. I just dropped like a hot rock, you know. I remember my mum saying, well, now you know what he's capable of. You know what this person's capable of now. Don't unblock them. Do not unblock them unless it's to just shout at them. And then you're allowed to do that. Look, I'm scared of what we could become. They even know, I bet they even know that, like, they haven't got good intentions towards you. Some people see other people as chess pieces, you know, and it's weird and it's hard to reckon with that because that's really sinister. But they operate life like you are chess pieces, and sociopaths do that and psychopaths do that, you know. Let's get you some advice. There's a better option, guys. You can do better than this. Unquestionably. Wait. Take charge. Don't wait. Bet on it. The situation's unclear. Better to wait, and now you can. It's all like saying level up was taken from you, but it's like there's moving platforms going past you, and you're like, oh, here's one, I'll step onto it, but then it falls from under you, so you don't want to step onto the platform, you know what I mean? You were meant to miss this. You were meant to miss this bus, this train, this relationship. Whatever this was, you were meant to miss it, okay? Wait for the next one. It's all for a reason. You know, sometimes people have said stuff like that to me, and maybe they're just trying to make me feel better. Maybe it's true, you know. I missed a plane coming back from... I missed a plane coming back from Ireland once, and, you know, I was devastated at the time. And I thought, oh my God, you know, like I'm going to have to pay X amount of money for another couple of tickets. And then I thought, well, maybe I'm not meant to be on it. Do you know what I mean? Because maybe nothing happens to the plane, but then maybe you arrive at the time that you were supposed to, and then you get in a car and you get into a car accident or something. Do you know what I mean? How everything has like a knock-on effect. I don't know why some things like that happen, and maybe it's just a superstition. And maybe people say things like that just to kind of make you feel better, so you feel like, it's not a situation where you're just out of control and something really shit happened. But Spirit is telling you in this situation, this fell apart on purpose, okay, for your highest good. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Today's soul action, heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is... Well, it's all for a reason, yeah? This was meant to fall apart. Better to wait. Because if you go ahead with shit, like, my mum married someone who was really unreliable, her first husband, and it was just so much worse after they got married. It didn't make anything better. Moving in together doesn't make anything better. If someone's a loose cannon, if someone's a runner, if someone is not who they say they are, or they're all talk and no substance, if you can't count on them, if they have crazy mood swings or they can have a vicious tongue, that's what you're signing up for. Thank God this person left, do you know what I mean? And they don't have to be any of those things, but there was something in the picture that they didn't make clear to you. There's stuff you may never know. Okay, and that's why it didn't come together. So let them go, let them slither off. These aren't individual readings, it's a collective reading, so you just watch your sign or the sign of your person. Swan and Grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. You don't have to, react dramatically to what's happened or to this person. It feels dramatic and it is unfair, but I think you're probably someone that doesn't express that. Cancers are very self-contained and all that watery energy is there, no doubt all those feelings and those emotions are there, but you're not very dramatic in how you express it. And there's a lot of grace in that. People admire that, but they probably underestimate how much you're hurting. Yes, you are late. But you'll be able to rewind and watch Gemini from the beginning. We had a crazy person in here saying I had £300 hands. These hands do not look £300. It made me laugh out loud. I was just like, is that all you can think of? What are some people on? Like, oh, just weird. They're like, I'm the only one here, dummy. And it's like, you're saying stuff that's not even true. I don't get people, they're just weird. I work with teenagers for a living. I take abuse from 8:30 in the morning till 3:10. I am not like, you cannot say anything that I haven't heard before, I promise you. It just made me laugh out loud. I was just like, what are you on about? Fire Festival. Through flame and through song, there will rise a new dawn. Oh my god, that's so dramatic, isn't it? You know that you're admired by a lot of people, Cancer. Like, they see you as a swan. Even though there could be a lot going on beneath the surface, they just see elegance, grace. They see, like, someone very impressive. And they wonder how you do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull one of these cards, and then we're going to get you a divine timing for new love, Cancer, because you are. The cosmic gateway. Step through the gateway of infinite possibilities. Your dreams are aligning with the universe. I love that. You will get what you want, but it needs to be with the right person. Otherwise, that's going to be not, not a dream. It's going to be a nightmare. Time is being delayed. That's annoying. That's actually annoying. Reasons that time will be delayed could be to do with your resources, but I would say you may have trusted the wrong person because of something that you wanted, to reach a particular milestone by a certain time. You felt like this was your person and you went for it. It didn't work out. And, when you're feeling low like this, Queen of Cups reversed, that muddies your heart chakra. So I will tell you what you need to do to get over that, because each one of your chakras, you can ask specific angels for help. Okay, so if you want to get out of various states of emotion like depression or anger and revenge, you've got to clear the heart chakra. What you did to me was not cool, but I forgive you so that I don't have to carry this pain anymore. They're the kind of things that you can say to yourself. And now I release you from my aura permanently. You can ask Archangel Raphael, Archangel Haniel, or Archangel Shamuel. Okay? They're the hierarchy angels to call on to assist you with your heart chakra. They work with you on matters of love, healing, emotions, and attracting in high vibration connections. I love this book. It's The Four Psychic Clairsenses by Kevin Hunter, and everyone has a couple of these clairsenses. Okay, clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience. So he tells you all about them. And it tells you about all the chakras and all the angels. It's really, really good, actually. It's off Amazon. It's just a few quid. Easy reading. I read it in a few days on holiday, and I had an awakening afterwards. It was so cool. I saw like purple colours between my eyes. I was just lying in bed, closing my eyes, like ready to go to sleep, and it was just the coolest thing ever. That's what happened after reading that book, so maybe something like that will happen to you. Work on forgiveness, okay? Because I think that's the secret to speeding things up again. Think about the qualities that you want in a person, because when you've got an ex or when you've got an experience that was in the end negative, you know, sometimes you even like have mixed emotions, don't you? Because you miss aspects of that person. But you can think about the kind of person that you do want and things that are just non-negotiables. But the main thing is to be happy and secure in your own life, not to need a relationship. You know, you can get a house by yourself. A lot of people, like this person I'm thinking of in particular, she's got the money to get her own place, and I think that's what she's going to do. Because it shouldn't take... What did I say to her? I said, it's something like, I didn't want the outcome of a relationship to determine my success. Do you know what I mean? Because then you're just constantly at the whim of someone else, aren't you? And most people are pretty unreliable lately. I don't know if it's financial times or what, but people are unreliable as far as I can see. That sounds very pessimistic, but that's been my experience, sorry. Oh dear. Maybe that'll change. Not everyone's like that, but it's definitely affected by how the economy is, I think. 100%. Apparently, a lot of people are struggling to stay together because of different political reasons as well. Like, you know, if you've got different political ideologies or you support very opposite politicians and leaders, people are actually like failing to stay together because of stuff like that as well. Okay, I hope you liked this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. I will be doing Leo and Virgo tomorrow. I can't believe we're getting towards the end of another week. Oh my god. Leo and Virgo, I may do another one, but I've got like a deadline, you know, to mark papers by. So I might have to like go into the weekend for readings. Oh, thank you. They're really nice nails, aren't they? They're off Temu and you get like 4 colours. I was doing the turquoise one, which is like really, really nice. And then I've gone for the dark blue, but I've got 2 other kinds of blue as well. And they're such a nice shape, you haven't got to file them and shape them, they're just ready. Love Temu. I should be sponsored by them. All this is Temu. All the cards, all the stuff that I've got is Temu. All the decorations and everything. Temu makes the world go round, doesn't it? Alright, take care, have a lovely rest of your night, get some sleep, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye Jojo, thanks for popping in.